Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Krunky's Single Player Survival Minecraft. We're on episode 13 now, and as you can see, we are back at the Guardian Farm where we last left off. Nothing has happened since we last talked, but that's all going to change today. So, as I mentioned last time, I made some efficiency changes to SZ Petty's original Guardian Farm design, and I've been playing around with both designs, the original SZ Petty design, as well as my modifications to it, and the original design was great. I couldn't complain. Drop rates were fine. But I made these efficiency changes and it was a world of difference. So I'm going to be working on that today. The only problem is we're going to need a bunch of black concrete. And as you can see here, we only have 34 blocks, which is not nearly enough. And in order to make these concrete blocks, we need sand. And again, unfortunately, we are smelting up the last 3 blocks of sand, last 3 stacks of sand that we have. We have this 1 block here, but that's really not going to do us much. So before I get started, I'm going to go get some more sand and I'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, we're back, and as you can see, we're inside the fishbowl now. And we got ourselves some black concrete. We got ourselves some sand. We got ourselves some ink sacks, and we had some gravel, so we were easily able to make 2 stacks of concrete, which I'm hoping it's going to be enough. Again, I'm probably way off my calculations and we'll probably have to go get some more gravel, but that's not a huge issue. Now, originally I wanted to use white concrete for this just to give it a little contrast, but then I realized I'd have to go back to my base and get the bone mill, and I really don't feel like making that trip right now. We will get that nether portal up sometime shortly. I actually want to put it down here so that we have, quick and easy access into here, but that's for a little bit later. For right now, I really want to get this farm done. So let's go ahead and get straight ahead to it. Now, this is going to be really similar to SZ Petty's original Guardian Farm with water on the bottom floor, air blocks here, and right above it. Instead of having fence gates, we're actually going to have these, blocks in the middle with glass going all the way up. Much like the modern bases that you're seeing lately. And honestly, this increases spawn rates exponentially. It's amazing what these little blocks will do. And if you look at SZ Petty's design, you'll see that the Guardians float up and they eventually make it down. But with this, they go straight down, nowhere to go, and they go straight into the killing platform. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build these out and we're going to go straight up with glass blocks. So I'm going to jump to some progress updates. There's not a whole lot to watch here. It's just me placing blocks. So once I get all these in, I'll see you guys in a bit. And so all our base blocks are in. And with this in, I realize now that I probably had enough bones to make enough bone meal to make enough white concrete blocks. But it's done, so there's nothing we can do about that now. I mean, I guess we could technically go back and make this all white, but let's not. So now what we got to do is we got to find our way back up here. And I'm actually going to play a little, I forget what game this is, Cubert or something. Yeah. Anyways, we're going to go up here and we're just going to start placing glass on all of these. And we're going to go all the way up to the top, trying to waste as little glass as possible. But, we're going to end up wasting some eventually. But yeah, we're going to get all the way to the top. And I'll probably run out of glass before then. I have some back over in my chest over there, but I really don't think it's enough. But then again, I didn't think this concrete was enough for this, so we'll see. I don't know if I'm more relieved that I can take a break from looking at all these glass blocks, or annoyed that I have to go get more sand to make more glass and have to continue working on this. Either way, we're almost there. We have about 2.5 more layers to go. As you can see, working with all this sand, it's really all this glass is really disorientating. I had to clear out some of my scaffolding because we're almost at the top and we need room to jump around. And once we get this up to the top, we won't be needing the scaffolding blocks anyway, so it shouldn't matter all that much. Anyways, I'm going to go smelt up some more glass and I'll be back once we're finished filling this area. And all the glass blocks are now in. And this is really making me dizzy looking at all this, but that's fine because we won't be up here long. We're actually going to jump down to this level after we grab some signs, and now the fun begins. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing signs on every air block here. And what that'll do is that'll stop the water flowing down, which will give the guardians a place to drop down into, and they'll drop into this water that will be here, flow in through this hole and down into the killing platform. So I'm going to go grab some signs. If I have enough wood, I should have enough wood. I grabbed a whole bunch from that village that I raided, so yeah, we should have plenty. I'm going to build up some signs. I'm going to start placing, and I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. And all the signs are in, and there's a few that I've left out. There's that one right there that needs to get placed, and then there's two right behind here. And the reason I haven't placed those is because this will break our water scaffolding. So I'll leave that for now, but we do need a couple of buckets now so that we can start placing water in these areas over here. So I'm going to go back to my little campsite because I think I have some iron over there, and I should be able to craft up some buckets. So next time you see me, we'll be inside the fishbowl and placing some water. We ran back to the campsite and we grabbed a bunch of buckets that we had. We also grabbed all the iron because we're eventually going to need to build out some hoppers. But we're back in the fishbowl. So what we're going to do first is we're going to place glass blocks in each of the four corners, as you can see here. Let me just run around and do that real quick. And then we're going to drop water on top of all four of these corners. And let's replace that. And then starting from the second block after that corner block, we're just going to place water all the way across, and this is going to go until basically the same point on the other side. So the second block after that, and then we're just going to repeat this all the way across. I don't want to bore you with those details, so I'm going to cut to a progress update. So as you can see here, we got all of our water pushing blocks, and so we're going to quickly move up here, and I actually want to grab my signs and jump down here real quick and finish up my signage down here. It will not let me place this one for some reason. There we go. And now I quickly need to find a way up here. There we go. We're gonna find our way to this point right here. And we're going to put in our sign right there. We're gonna quickly make our way to the top, and I say quickly relatively because water scaffolding is not exactly the quickest way to travel. And just to make things easier to see, I'm going to break away our water scaffolding and all the scaffolding we have in between. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing water in every slot in between all of these glass blocks. And hopefully I can do this without too much trouble. I don't know exactly if this will create a water source, and it does not. So this is really going to be interesting. Luckily we have an ocean over there, so this is going to be a lot of back and forth. So yeah, cut to progress time. Beautiful, isn't it? Every empty space it now has a water source, and I know someone is going to bring it up, so I'm just going to address it here now. I know I probably didn't have to put water in every single empty space and it would still be functional. But truth be told, like for example, this block here probably didn't need water. But if I take it out, you see those two flowing water blocks? I hate it. I don't know why, but I hate it. Like that just annoys me. So every block got water in it, and so everything's looking good now. It's to my liking, and it took a little more time than it probably could have, but I think it was worth it. So I'm going to jump down here now, and as you can see, everything flows here. We have some guardian down there. Not exactly sure how he got there, but yeah, everything's looking good. And I think we're actually finished, which is great. I'm not exactly sure how... Oh, never mind. So yeah, we clear that out. We move down here and clear this out. Oh, we're not done. We need lava blocks in here. So I'm going to scaffold up here. Drop some cobblestone here. And then now we need to go get some lava. I think there's some down in the places that we're mining. Let's see, I need 12 4x4. 16 buckets of lava. So I'm gonna have to craft myself up a couple more buckets. I'll empty all these out and we'll head down the mine, grab some lava, and I'll be back. We've made it back. We got all our lava, and so we're gonna jump in here. Luckily, it seems like not a whole lot of guardians spawned, but there are still a fair amount. And I'm hoping I can drop this lava in here without dying. But we'll see. I mean, it's going to be a challenge. I actually want to kind of block this off so I'm not being pushed everywhere. And I guess we can do that for a little bit. Let them die. Alright, that worked. So let's scaffold up here real quick. Let's see. This should allow us to get back up. And we need to drop lava on every one of these blocks. So bear with me as I swap out all these lava blocks. I just threw one of my buckets into the lava, which wasn't supposed to happen, but whatever. They're cheap. Oh no. I narrowly escaped death there. I had to cut that because, yeah, that wasn't... You probably didn't want to hear what I was saying. It wasn't anything horrible, just not the most family friendly, so I cut that out. But yeah, as you can see, we have all of our lava there. I did forget to break the cobblestone blocks under it. So let's see if I can do that real quick. And we'll try our hardest not to die again. Well, not again. We did not die. We almost died. And I'm only going by sound here because I have no visual indicator of whether these blocks are being broken or not. But it sounds like everything is good. There should be one there, and yeah, we should be good. I'm gonna jump back up here. We're gonna break these scaffolding blocks. Jump down here, break these scaffolding blocks. Jump up, break that, and everything should be ready to go. I eventually want to block off this top layer and put some pixel art in, but I will need a lot more concrete for that, and I just don't have it at the moment. I need a lot more gravel to make that. I am a little worried clearing these scaffolding blocks for this exact reason. I'm glad I turned around when I did. He's taken care of. I did just forget that I need to make the killing platform, because all it's doing right now is beginning to burn the guardians. And if I don't make a ground, the guardians will just kind of flop around on the ground floor, which we really don't want. So we're going to jump down here real quick. Pick up all our scaffolding. And yeah, as you can see, they're falling to their death. So working pretty good so far. We do need to put in a ground of hoppers, which means I'm going to need more wood. This farm is a lot more resource heavy than I was expecting, but you know, it's going to produce a large number of guardians. So that's really all that's important at the moment. That is interesting. I didn't think they would die, but I thought they had to flop around here for a while and then they'd die, but I guess this is good enough. So let me go grab some wood. Maybe I have enough right now. So I need another 16. Yeah, that's definitely not enough. So I'm going to grab a little bit more wood and I'll be back in a bit. We grabbed another stack of wood. And we had 6 hoppers that we brought back from our base, so we really only need 6 more. So I'm going to go ahead and craft that up. Let's see, we can make 8. We'll just take all 8 because we do need to put some chests in. I really should have gotten some more wood, but you know, we'll work with it for now. 6 more hoppers. We're already starting to see some profit here. But yeah, I'm going to put in 1 block or 1 chest so that we can at least start getting these in here. I'll put a temporary block so that we can point this in the right direction. Although I don't have a way to break that or get out for that matter. So we'll do that real quick. And yeah, we'll just start placing these hoppers. The direction doesn't really matter as long as they're all going into the last hoppers over there. I'll try to be as consistent as possible. And there we go. I think the only one that's not consistent is this one here, so I'm going to fix that real quick. And we should be good. Everything looks like it's pointing in the right direction. We'll just fill this up. Let me grab those shards just because they are useful. We'll head out here. Everything's patched back up and our chest is in. Now I know for a fact that this farm will fill this chest up really quickly. So I am going to want to put in some more chests that will go down. And we can have like a little stairway that leads down to the chests. But for now that'll be good. This will probably give me all that I need for the sea lanterns for the base. So what we need to work on now is our way to the AFK platform. As you may know, guardians don't like to spawn when they're so close to the player. So we kind of need to get away from them so that they can start spawning. Now the best location for the spawning platform is going to be up in the air, as high as we can go without falling out of the spawn radius. So our goal is to make the spawn radius at this level here, so that nothing below it spawns, and things beside it, like in the ocean, technically could spawn, but being in the ocean, there's no hostile mobs that can spawn in there. So I'm not too worried about that. This will give us the most optimal spawning rate, and it gives us a nice view from above. In order to do that, we need to get another portal up there. So I'll have to scaffold up, build a little platform, build a portal. We'll also need a portal down here so that we can quickly go from the AFK platform to the ground level so we can pick up our loot. This will also be the hub to get to the base as well. So I will need to start working on that. But before I do that, I want to clear up all these furnaces here. And yeah, we can move this as well. The chest I want to leave in for now. It could be useful later. But yeah, we need to find ourselves some obsidian, build ourselves some portals, and get working on this AFK platform. As you guys can see, we got our scaffolding back up and our 4 center pieces are back in place. And this is because we're going to be going up to y equals 160. And that should be the optimal point to keep everything spawning, but nothing else below it spawning. So I'm going to quickly get myself up to y equals 160 and we'll create ourselves a little platform. Alright guys, we've made it to y equals 160 as you can see in the debugging menu. And there is our farm down there. And things will be a lot prettier once we clear all this scaffolding up. But as I was coming up, I could see that guardians are already spawning pretty quick. So I'm just going to quickly get in here and we're going to create the portal that will lead us to this AFK platform. And just for aesthetic purposes, I'm making this 2 wide instead of 3 wide as I would normally, just so that it matches up with the center point of the farm. So we'll jump down here. I have a flint and steel and we'll light it up. There we go. Our portal's ready to go. However, I'm not going to jump in this quite yet. I want to put this on the other side in a position that I would like it to be. So I'm just going to quickly take a snapshot of these coordinates so that I can sync it up in the nether. Anyways, we're going to have to jump down here. See if I can let's try to not die here. That wasn't what I wanted. But instead right there. That'll let us drop down and clear out the scaffolding. Now the reason I left these blocks here, or not blocks, but these spaces here is because I can always come back when we get through the portal and finish this up. Nothing's going to spawn on these glasses, and you know, right now I'm not too worried about up there. But just in case, I do want to scaffold over here a little bit and drop some glass here just in case. You never know what happens when you go through a portal. At least it's not like the older days where it would automatically drop you off on one side of the portal, because that would have been bad here. Like, we put the ground here, but if it dropped us off here, you know, there's like a 50-50% chance that we'll live or die. And that wouldn't be great. I mean, now you just spawn in the middle of the portal, but back in the day, it wasn't like that. Anyways, we're making our way back down. We're going to have to get ourselves some more obsidian so that we can create the portal on the inside of the farm, which will probably go around right about there on the ground though. And we will go through that portal, break the portal on another side, and then resync it up over on the other side of the nether. So I'll see you guys over there. Just to see how our farm's doing, I wanted to see how many items we got while we were on our way up to the AFK area. Now, we weren't there that long, so I don't expect a whole bunch, but let's take a look. And that's really not bad for, I'd say, 3 minutes in the AFK area. Trust me, this will be nothing once we get it into AFK mode and we just sit there. This will fill up in 10 minutes maybe, if that. Anyways, I need to go get myself some lava so that I can create myself some obsidian so that we can get over to the nether. So the portal here is going to go right here. It's going to be another 2x3 portal just like we have up there. And it looks kind of cool. Like I've always liked these airborne AFK platforms because they're just kind of floating and observing. But yeah, we're going to put our our portal right here. Actually, this should be the middle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. So we're going to put it right here. It's going to be right in the middle of the base or the guardian farm, which can just run up, get our items, run back, go back to the base, or go up to the AFK platform. So everything's looking good. We're going to go get some lava so that we can finish this off. We are back at the guardian farm. And as you can see, we grabbed 2 full bucketfuls of lava and turn that into obsidian. So we're going to go over here and we're going to set up our portal. Now, as I mentioned, I want to put the portal right here where it'll be right in the center. I actually want this to be in the ground so that it's on ground level. So we'll just clear that out and we'll drop our obsidian here. And then I just want to put this here for aesthetics. Maybe I should have used that one up there and these prismarine blocks right here. But that's not too important. What is important is that we got a portal. And now we'll see you on the other side. Hey, I didn't even have to jump cut for that. So we are here on the other side. And honestly, I like where this is. It's a decent position for a tiny little hub. We're high up enough that we can easily get around. So I hope that this doesn't link up with the top portal. Oh boy. I was not expecting that. Well, there is an easy fix to this one. What we're going to do is we're going to go back through the portal. And we're going to find the coordinates of the top the AFK platform will be at. And I just want to grab this real quick. Just because we're here. And yeah, well, since we got that, we just got to find out where we need to be. I have the coordinates in that screenshot I took, so I'm going to quickly do the calculations for that and find where we need to place this portal. So according to my calculations, this should be the point where our portal is. So let's quickly just dig ourselves a portal. A hole for the portal, I should say. And drop in our obsidian. I'm going to leave it like narrow and under-decorated for the moment, just because I'm not 100% sure if this is the right spot. But once we are sure, then I will definitely clean it up a bit, make it a little prettier. But for right now, we just need to get back to the base, because not being able to do so is a bit of a pain. But let's see how we do. Fingers crossed. And that was not what I was expecting. I thought we were going to be up there, but we ended up here. I wonder if this is not 16 blocks away. Or 8 blocks. Yeah, this is plenty of distance. We should be able to sync up with that somehow. I'm going to jump back through the portal and see if I can sync up with that. I'll be back in a little bit. And success. We are now at the top of our farm. As you see our portal here. The way I was able to do it was it's not exactly synced up properly, and it actually drops us off at the farm portal. So this will send us to the AFK platform. That'll send us to the farm. But when we come back through the farm, it drops us off, or sorry, when we come back through the AFK portal, it drops us off at the farm portal, which is not a bad thing, because typically we're going to be going from the AFK platform to the farm anyway. So as you can see, we successfully made it back to the farm. We're going to go back through here. And as you'll see in a minute, we are back in the nether, sorry. Now normally I had my AFK platform portal right here, but because it's within like 128 blocks on the overworld and 16 blocks in the nether, it actually links up with the first portal that we had at the bottom. So this should be the AFK platform. However, because it's so close to this, it doesn't actually sync up with the AFK portal. So instead we go back 16 blocks, and I did 17 just for safe measure. And as you can see, when we walk in here, we get all dizzy and we find ourselves at the AFK platform. And oh no, oh no, that is not what I wanted to do at all. You know what the worst part about the death was? It's not the fact that we lost our levels. It's not the fact that I lost my pickaxe and my armor. I mean, that's all pretty easily recovered. It's the fact that I lost all the iron that I had on me. I'm gonna try to get up there and see what I can salvage. I don't expect it to be a whole lot. I'm going to use sand just because I don't have a pickaxe anymore. It's a sad day. Luckily, some of my stuff did land up here. I mean, it's not a lot. I think a lot more fell down into there, but I mean, there's some stuff here. So it's not a complete loss. I'm glad at least this much landed outside of the lava. And we'll do a recap of what we lost and what we didn't lose. So it looks like we got our chest plate and our shoes and our helmet. We've lost our pants, so I'm going pantsless for now. We got our sword. We did lose the pickaxe. We did lose a lot of iron. And it looks like we got our glass, some obsidian, a sign, I guess. So yeah, in all, not the greatest moment, but it could have been worse. And yeah, we're gonna head back to the top. Good news though is everything is finished. So all we got to do now is AFK. So I am going to go back to the platform up there. And once I'm done AFKing, I'll go back over what I was mentioning about the whole portal syncing up and stuff. I just need some time to myself. Because yeah, that death is pretty devastating. It's been a while since I died, but yeah, I was not expecting that in the slightest. Anyways, I'm gonna go AFK. So while I'm AFKing, I just kind of want to record my AFK session just so that you can see how long. I'm going to time lapse it so that I'm going to put a timer out there so that you can see how long I've been waiting up here. And I'm going to wait up here maybe 10-20 minutes, and then we'll go down and see how many items we have. And this will just be a straight time lapse, and it'll be starting now. Alright, so I lied. Apparently I don't know how to put the little timer in the bottom corner that'll tell you how long I've been AFKing for. What I do know how to do apparently is how to put a timer of the entire video in the bottom corner. But that's not exactly what we're going for now, right? But 10 minutes is how long I AFK'd for. I'll tell you right now, no more, no less. 10 minutes and I got back on and we checked to see how many resources we got, which is, we got a fair amount for 10 minutes. It could have probably been better if we had lit up the place and kept other mobs from spawning, because those mobs won't despawn, well, not quickly anyways, and that really takes away from the spawn rate. Now I've been AFK for just over 10 minutes now, and I'm going to let all of the remaining spawns fall into the killing area, and we'll see how much we got. It sounds like they're all in. So for just over 10 minutes of AFK, let's let these 2 guys fall in as well. 3 guys. So I guess this is a little downside of this. They don't like to fall into this area. But yeah, that should be everyone. Let's see how much we got. Okay, it's not bad. It's a lot less than I was expecting. But really, it's a lot for 10 minutes. Imagine if we were here for... So this was halfway full. So 10, 20, 30... less than an hour we'd have this all filled up. And like I said, it's not extremely efficient, but if you look at the original SZ Petty design, 10 minutes would maybe give you one line of chest, and this definitely outperforms it at least twofold. If I had a proper camera account going, or a computer that could run that camera account, we would see that this is a lot more efficient, but I unfortunately don't have that at the moment, so I will try to show that in the tutorial maybe some other time. But for now, we'll just leave it as it is. And I'm really happy with this. I now need to build a nether hub back to my base so that we can easily get here. But for now, I mean, everything's good. We probably have enough here to make enough sea lanterns for the base. Though I'll probably AFK a little bit more just so we can get some more. But yeah, everything's looking good. We now have ourselves proper guardrails so that we don't accidentally fall down into there. And we do need to light this area up because this whole area is spawnable, and therefore hostile mobs will start to gather around the perimeter and inside the farm, and that will reduce spawning rates for the guardians. So we will light that area up. But I want to demonstrate the syncing that I was talking about. So as you can tell here, we're going through the AFK portal. And this is actually the portal for the farm. So if I go in through here and we let this send us here. So we went back to the same portal that we came out of, and we ended up here instead of ending up there. So I'm going to go in one more time. And to have a properly synced up portal, the portal actually has to be here, but because it's so close to this portal here, they actually both linked up to this portal here. So we needed to move 16 blocks in this direction, which would be 16 times 8 blocks in the overworld, which is still less than 128 blocks from the farm portal. So now this will look for the closest portal within 128 blocks, which happens to be the AFK portal. So if we go through here, we are at the AFK portal. We can AFK all we want. Slip back through here. And as promised, we are at the farm portal. So if we go back in, you'll see that we will end up at the farm. Now, this is unintended, but it actually works out in our favor, so I'm not too worried about it. Anyways, I am going to take a look at what we got here. Then we're probably going to go back into the AFK area and AFK for some more so that we can just fill up this box. I unfortunately don't have a whole lot of iron, so I can't make the hoppers to go down with more storage. But that's not a problem. I mean, we'll eventually get back to our base, get some more resources, and we'll have that all handy. But anyways, it's been fun. This farm is something I've been looking forward to, and it took a long time, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something new about portal placement. But unfortunately, that is all the time I have, and I need to go back to the AFK area so we can fill up that chest and get enough. Come on, I'm trying to do an exit scene here. But yeah, I'm trying to get enough resources, or sorry, sea lanterns, so that I can light up the base. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd appreciate it if you gave me a like, and I'd appreciate it so much more if you gave me a subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, I thank you so much, and I hope you are in for the long run. Anyways, it's been fun. It's time for me to AFK, then get some sleep, so I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good night, morning, or afternoon, depending on where you are. See ya.